So now we have our values and we have the prioritization of them. So we've got the baskets. We go back into that imaginary room, on that beautiful, beautiful room that you designed yourself. And now you have that beautiful table with these beautiful baskets, and you've got between 4 and 6 baskets. And now we've got a label: relationships, health, spirituality, contribution, whatever it might be for you, whatever your values were. But they within themselves are lacking a vision. So we know relationships are important to me, but how do I want my relationships to look? What is like the big mission for our relationships? And this is probably the hardest part of it, but it is so rewarding if you do it. You want to write an overriding mission statement. I'll share my values with you. I have 4 values and I'll share them with you to give you an idea. And what I did was, what helped me create these visions for my values was to go through that list that we originally wrote, to that question of if we had no strings attached. And I kind of looked at the language. So, in regards to relationship, it was, if you wrote love or understanding, I used those words to create this big mission for each of my values. So I'm going to share with you what my mission statement is for my values, so that you get an idea, because people have told me that it's quite helpful to hear how someone else has done it, and this is what I wake up to and live by and try and add value to each day. So my first value, not doing this in order of preference, I'm just reading the way they are on my thing. The first one is health, right? That's a value that I have, and I've got a mission statement of to feel energized and self-love, to feel power, energy, and control within my body and emotions and mind. Okay, so that encompasses both physical and emotional as well. Okay, so it's got both of those in there, to be powerful within all of this, my whole body, mind and physical body. My next one is spiritual: to feel constantly connected and guided by God, to feel His presence and love, to be mindful of our relationship both in private and public. It's this overarching mission. Now, again, how do I meet those goals? Well, that will be the way that I do things. That's where the tasks will come in, if we're going to call them tasks. But they're not just tasks. They are ways of reaching and living by our deepest values, by the things that we hold to be the most significant. Then I got relationships. Is my third value. Again, not in order of preference. To be present and to feel excited with family and people, to have a loving connection and deep understanding of people's needs, and to be present in their lives. Okay? So again, it's that overriding statement would apply to all the relationships that I have, the ones that I hold to be important as well. And just generally when I meet people, it's an overarching statement of how I want to be as a person within any given relationship. And lastly, it's my career, which is my sense of contribution as well. I'm very lucky to be able to have a job, if you want to call it that, that's also got a lot of purpose. But you can have any purpose, you can have any job and have a purpose if you really are willing to dig deep and find a purpose. It's to take action each day, to look forward to working each day, to impact and make a difference to people's well-being, relationships, and quality of life, to be an expert in the area, to help people take control of their lives, to create more love, purpose, and a world where God looks down and smiles. Okay, that is my 4 mission statements, and they might change. It has changed because sometimes you need to upgrade it. It might be you've become those things, or you're reaching those things, and you want to aspire to something even greater. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go away and to write down a mission statement that really sums up that one word, that one value that you have. And then I did something else. This is something that I did. And what I did was, because again, even 4 values and those 4 statements is something that's going to take a minute of your day, but sometimes, again, things that are small and simple have more of an impact. So what I did was, in addition to writing down those 4 mission statements, I had one overriding mission statement. One overriding mission statement that was kind of a summary, if you want to call it, of my 4 values. And I'll read it out to you just to give you an idea. My overriding statement for life is to be like this: to be guided by God, to feel alive, and to be a catalyst for love and positive change in people's lives. So I've got this overarching, I've got all my values, and I've got this overarching value, this overarching statement that really sums up all my values. And whenever I think about it, if during the day I might feel, lack of energy, or maybe maybe I've done too much, or maybe I need to eat, whatever it might be, if it's more physical, but sometimes it might just be more a loss of focus. Turn it on, go back to my values, and I feel alive. I feel excited, I feel zoomed up, ready to go away, because it's so exciting for me to be able to, think about my spirituality, to be able to get to that stage, and my relationships, to get to that, in that health. It's so exciting for me. Now, that might not speak to you. My values and my mission statements might not speak to you, and that's fine. We've all got our own values that we hold important. We've got our own ways and own visions of how we're going to meet those values. But there's a completely different way of living life when you wake up to something like that compared to, oh God, what have I got to do today? What have I got to do? What have I got to get done? It's demoralizing. It's de-energizing. And then we look for other people or other things to give us that energy, or to distract ourselves, which has negative consequences, which is what I've spoken about on the Mind Diet. Again, you can check out my videos. A lot of people are looking for food to energize them. I used to be like that. I was looking for food to energize me because I had no life. My life was in disarray, and I didn't know what I was living for each day, and I was struggling. So I used food to energize me. And when I created that shift, when I wanted this kind of mission to discover and understand life, and I'm still on it because endless amounts of stuff, got to keep on growing, it got to the stage in my life where food no longer energized me. Food sustained me. I got to the stage where food sustained me and life energized me. And when I got to that relationship with food in that way, it was no longer diet for me. It was a lifestyle. And it's not even a struggle anymore to stay healthy. Even though I've been through some very challenging times, I've still kept to it. I've not broken it because it's not a battle. And if you want to discover more, you can check out my Mind Diet videos on YouTube. But anyways, so hopefully you will give yourself this gift because you deserve, you have value. As I once heard, if you're still ticking and breathing, then you have value to give. We're all part of a massive puzzle. Right? And everyone has to do their part. Each of us can bring more love into this world. Each of us can bring more happiness into this world. Each of us can bring more goodness into this world on our own unique level. But we have to get it. We have to know it. If we don't know what we're aiming for, we won't know what to do each day. And we'll just be looking to keep busy and to make sure that we don't bring in any more pain. If we really want to live life, we have to own, as I said, 3 things: self-worth, emotional intelligence, and knowing what we're living for, our values. So now we have the opportunity, and now you have the opportunity to really go away and to really internalize this and finish off the tasks that I've given out to write the mission statement down and an overarching mission. And when you do that, you will reap the rewards. You will be more focused, you'll be more energized, you will feel more alive, and that's going to have a massive impact, as I said, with the self-worth. When you own your self-worth from within, you start living life differently because you're no longer controlled externally. Same here. When you start living on the inside, you have that energy and you have that sense of purpose, a sense of mission, that sense of direction. Everything's going to change because you're changing fundamentally from the starting place, which is ourselves. When we change ourselves, everything else changes. So give yourself that gift because you deserve it.